Hi, welcome to my channel about vision, robotics and embedded systems. This video is focused on the Raspberry Pi 2, and last time I managed to get readings from this USB floppy disk drive via this USB hub right there. Since then something has changed because I changed networks, and this Raspberry Pi still is configured according to the old settings. So a few things to do. First, getting connected to the Raspberry Pi, then see if I can get access via HDMI cable to this monitor, and then using this trackball to change things, and if not, using the SSH graphical command to gain access anyway. Will it all work? I'm not sure. So let's head to screencast and find out if things work out. Or more appropriate, boot the thing and then see if things work out. And then I find that the Raspberry Pi isn't even booting, while the USB power connector is definitely plugged. So I have another problem to fix. Will it power up anyway? That's a good question, and let's try further. So no power, and that is kind of worrying because that means that I can't even tell if the board is still working. The only thing to find out is to use the cable from the other Raspberry Pi, which I have to disconnect then, of course, and then see if things work out that way, and it won't get any easier. But if I want to be sure, I have to do it. That means, does it even fit? And that one fits. Now I have to use that cable into the power socket. Does it work out or doesn't it? Plug in. Yes, it works out. So that's a strange one. Now, looking at the camera, or via the camera, is here some change? Right now, no, there isn't. It is booting. I see it via the lights on the Raspberry Pi, but so far, alright, just one light, and the red power light is burning, and the other yellow light is flashing now and then, but there's no sign of any activity on the monitor. So I have to assume that that is not going to work. That means that I have to rely on this interface. Manually add a 10.0.0 address to it, according to my old network, and see if I can connect. That's going to be a challenge. But let's do it. In order to get an address applied to my wireless, all right, yes, that is working. Now I have to make sure that I find out which IP address is assigned to that Raspberry Pi, and that could be this command is the right one, but it is not installed yet. Installing right away. So, all right, not what I expected. I'm doing something wrong. Then with the correct command, using both testing on both interfaces and testing on both subnets, this one and this one, I find nothing. Nothing on this one anyway. This one is correct. Then going back to an old video, or the former video of this topic, I find that it is this IP address, but pinging or see if it is connecting, there's no response. So that means it doesn't respond to the Wi-Fi version of the network. And that's a shame, because that means that I can't reach it. So how to connect it then? Most likely connect it directly to another network or to another computer and change it then. How to do that? That's once again another story or another question rather, because I want to solve it now. Let's see how that ends up. And while not getting any further with this, although this is an IP address that is unknown to me as yet, I realize I haven't explored all options being serial. So with the Minicom USB 0 miniature script, I can access it and then I'm in. And I'm in totally, completely. And you see things that I've done in the past. But the most important thing is, what's the network address? Because I realized also that I never managed to get a static IP address on the Raspberry Pi. So it had to be DHCP, like the whole network now is. Question is, what network address is it? And it is a 0 address, which means that the present network cannot find it. Impossible, because it is the current network is a 1. And that has happened with several other computers as well. So the question now is how to make sure that I do get a good network address. And that is probably due to a network connection on my switch. So once I have that, I can go on. I've gone nothing further, but I tried quite a few things. First of all, on the switch it is connected to, there are yellow and red lights, or orange. Anyway, it is burning, but the different color means it is not a gigabits connection, it's a megabits connection, 100 megabits. Does that matter? No, because I have connection anyway. In this case, serial, not network, but that's another thing. Then a question, how many connections or switches in between can you use to get the correct IP address by DHCP? Because right now I have 2 switches in between. I took one switch out to find out if that was the solution. Turned out not to be the solution. So in the meantime, also taking down and getting up, checking again, and it all results in the same wrong segment. So something is not quite right, and I seem not to get it into either 1 and this one something different. So that is a big problem. In the meantime, I am unable to use the SSH-X option to get any result on the floppy drive, or to get any result from the Raspberry Pi over a network anyway. Because in order to get that, this has to be correct. And I realize this is not a nice thing to show, but this is anyway showing that not everything is as easy as it looks. And if you're still watching and you know the reason why I'm getting this, I will be delighted to know and to hear from you. In the meantime, I'm afraid so far this is it. With this rather disappointing result, but glad that I know what the cause is. Thanks for watching, if you're still watching. Please do subscribe to my channel, give the video a thumbs up and click the bell for notification. You can also follow me via Twitter and Instagram, and you can support by PayPal, Ko-fi and by becoming a patron. This is going to be continued. For now, have a great day, stay safe, take care, bye.